YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Josh coming back with another video. And I want to do a little short talk today about me going out with a Japanese feminist. Now, I'm going to be talking a little bit about Japanese feminism just in general. Because I think in America, it kind of puts a bad taste in our mouth. I'm going to be real about that. But Japanese feminism was completely different. It was very unexpected for me. So I was like, you know what? This will probably help y'all understand the type of girls you're going to be interacting with in Japan. So I'm probably never going to be the I don't like black women allegations.
What do you mean by that?
But I'm going to save that for another video. And I'm just going to talk about this experience with y'all. So watch out for that dating preference video. That's going to be a very interesting one because I always hear this. Anyway, adjust the do-rag. A little bit of a backdrop. Me and this girl met on Hello Talk. It was cool, you know, cordial, just kicking it. I think our first conversation was, how do you sing happy birthday in Japanese? Yeah, I know. Seems kind of corny, seems kind of simple, right? But that was our first conversation. And then after that, we was talking for like every day for like 2 years. I'm not joking. She would hit me up when she get off work. She would hit me up for whatever situation. She would tell me personal stuff and we became cool. So I think I want to say in 2024, that's when I like went to Japan and finally decided I'm going to link up with this girl. She's been real cool so far. We got such a good rapport, but the only issue was she stayed an hour away in Yokohama. Now, I didn't mind that. Even though I wasn't spending the night there, I felt like I probably should have spent the night there because, I mean, it might have been cool to just stay in Yokohama a little bit. I thought it was real cool. We had a real nice time talking. You know, we chatted it up a bit and everything was super cool. But you know me, I went to Japan multiple times in a year. So I came back in September and we met up again. You feel me? And during this time, you know, I found she like Mexican food. Boom, went to the little Mexican spot on some chill shit, you know what I'm saying? And then after we did that, we were just eating and talking. I'm gonna show y'all my plate, by the way, man. That plate was so good, bro. The plate was so good. It might have been like 40, 50. Didn't matter. The plate was crazy. So linked up, we started talking and we were just people watching for a real long time, you know, at a cafe, people watching. I was like, look at this and look at that person, you know, it seems like people in Tokyo are very fashionable, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, huh, yeah, I guess so. You know, people like to have a whole bunch of different looks. And I was like, yeah, like, how do you feel about people dressing? Do you think like they should just dress any way that they want to dress, you know? She said, yeah, I think people should be able to wear whatever they want to wear. And I was like, well, I guess in America, I don't necessarily know if I want that. Why? Because I just feel like people are trying to find a reason, literally any reason at all, to kind of push the boundary here in America. Whereas in Japan, it's like, hey, I'm going to express myself and push the boundaries of my aesthetic. Over here, it's just kind of like, I'm gonna push your boundaries, personal boundaries, human boundaries for like the way that I dress in public. Like, dead serious. I think in America, we just are like that, but whatever. So she asked me, she was like, huh, are you a conservative? I was like, conservative? I was like, nah, not really. I'm not conservative. It's just there are certain things that I know can happen here, but they probably wouldn't fly in America. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you can't leave your wallet on the bench, bro. It's gonna be gone. You'll never see that again. You might want to even check your credit statement to see if somebody started blowing your bread, because that's legitimately how America is. We just take it to the most extreme possible. Anyway, she asked me, am I conservative? I said no. But then I asked her back, like, well, what do you mean by conservative? She was like, well, you know, do you think you're more traditional? I was like, nah, I'm not really traditional. I'm just like a whatever works for us kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? That traditional stuff, hey, it'll be cool, but like also miss me with it at the same time. You feel me? I don't want to be stuck in no role. You know, if you want to make me a stay-at-home husband, I'm more than happy to do that. You feel me? I'll make YouTube videos for the rest of my life. So we were talking and I asked her, like, are you conservative? She was like, no, I would think I'm a feminist. And I said, a feminist? I didn't think I was gonna find a feminist like in Tokyo, in Yokohama, like a feminist. And so I was like, well, why are you a feminist? She was like, well, girls here aren't really treated that fairly, and you can't really look forward to promotions. And this is backed up by some stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they have any like female leaders in Japan. Like, I don't think that's a thing right now. But she was like, yeah, I can't really get promotions. I can't be in leadership. I was like, well, that's very interesting. Tell me more. She was like, well, you know, how do you look at me? I was like, I guess you dress regular. And by regular, I mean like she wears a fitted shirt, with like skinny jeans. I'm gonna actually show you a picture of what she looks like.
She's over there waiting on me.
She looks regular, you know, nothing crazy. She's not one of them like Japanese girls that look like she like black dudes. Like she doesn't look like that to me personally. She don't look like that. But whatever. Going forward, we're talking. She says, "Yeah, well, people here think I look easy." And I was like, "Look easy? Look easy like the way that you dress?" She was like, "Yeah, the way that I dress. I look easy." And so skinny jeans, again, fitted shirt, short sleeve shirt, like what's easy about this? She said, "Well, I show my forehead. I have long hair that goes to the middle of my back. Sometimes I like to wear red lipstick. Sometimes I like to have red fingernails." And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, like what about this makes you look like easy? She was like, "Well, typical Japanese people, Japanese women don't look like this." And I was thinking to myself, like, I mean, I guess she kind of is right, but like, I just didn't think showing your forehead was that big of a deal. But apparently, it makes you easy in Japan if you show your forehead. So I thought, okay, that's interesting. So let's think about it. You can't get promotions at work, and people think you're easy because you wear skinny jeans and you show your forehead and you have like red lipstick sometimes. Not even all the time, just sometimes. She was like, pretty much, yeah. I was like, huh. So she was like, I think people should be able to wear what they want to wear without having to be judged by other people. And I mean, I guess I can kind of agree with that. But at the same time, like we live in a society, right? Like people are going to think different things. But in her case in particular, I thought to myself, like, yeah, maybe you kind of right here. Because just wearing skinny jeans and a fitted shirt doesn't really make you easy looking to me. So then I asked her, okay, so what is different? She was like, well, you know, most Japanese girls, they have like the bang. They'll have the bang and then they'll have their hair down, or maybe they'll have something like this, but they don't really be showing their foreheads, bro. And then if you go to Japan, you're gonna notice you don't see no buns at all. You don't see no buns because everybody is wearing clothes that don't fit them. Like they're bigger, oversized clothes everywhere. You're gonna see it all the time. So you're not gonna really be able to see people's form. You know what I mean? She was like, because I show my form, it makes me look easy. Because Japanese girls, you don't really see their form like that. And I thought, that's very interesting. So look, here, I'm about to show you. This is gonna be like the easy quote unquote Japanese girl right here. You see that? I just can't understand, but this is exactly how my friend looks. I just couldn't understand. I just legitimately don't understand. And then you got the traditional looking Japanese girl. Now, you might have seen these types of girls probably everywhere in Tokyo. I'm just gonna be real. You're gonna see this common often. And in the summertime, they're gonna be wearing sleeves on their arms and stuff like that so they don't get darker, or big hats and stuff so they don't get darker. But like, this is generally what the Japanese girls look like. And apparently this is the sophisticated look. Now, I personally didn't know this. You feel me? So if I was in Japan and I was a girl and I couldn't get promotions at work, which I'm gonna do a thing about the work culture too, because y'all gotta really see this. Because when a Japanese person broke it down in like plain English, it really makes sense as to why people over there really be checking out or don't have any motivation to do their jobs. But I'm gonna say that for another video. The facts is the facts. If I was a girl in Japan and I couldn't wear skinny jeans, yeah, I'll probably be a feminist too. And that's when I started realizing that feminism over there is much different than feminism in America, bro. Like, I feel like in America, and y'all can comment in the comment section below, but I feel like in America, like, feminism is more anti-man than it is pro-woman at this point. Because them girls, and you see them all the time, what they be saying? Oh, I hate men. What are men good for? Oh, a man didn't help me do this, or a man didn't help me do that, and he saw me struggling. And, you know, for us dudes, we just thinking like, you're an adult, so I assume that you had it. You know, very simple, very plain, very easy. Whereas in Japan, it's not really anti-man. It's just that they want a fair shot at doing something meaningful, because they can have purpose too. And my phone over there going off, but they can have purpose too. So I guess the question becomes, have you met a Japanese feminist? What do you think about it? What are the difference for y'all? Y'all let me know in the comments, bro. All right, I'll holla at y'all boys. Peace.